So Ace, in a lot of families, including my own, Christmas really starts when you come out to a lot like this one and you buy a fresh cut tree. At what point in history did someone say, you know that nice 10-foot tree out in the woods, let's bring that and put it in the living room?
Long before they were Christians, Vikings looked at these trees and they said they were beautiful and they represented something that was alive in the midst of winter. So they brought them in for superstitious reasons. Then when the missionaries got to the Vikings and transformed these people into Christians, they transformed the symbol of the tree as well into something that provided them with the symbol of everlasting life, faith that would never die.
Now, I understand the first Christmas trees were decorated with things like fruit and nuts and berries, that sort of thing.
Whatever the locale had, a lot of homemade ornaments by children. Then Martin Luther was walking through the woods one night, looked up through the pine trees and saw the light coming through the woods. He thought this must have been what it was like on the very first Christmas. He went back home and tried to give that experience to his children by tying a candle onto the tree and having them look at the candlelight coming through. And when they did, he explained to them that that light that came to the world, that dark world 2,000 years ago, represented Christ.
Are there other Christian symbols associated with the Christmas tree?
Long before it was a Christmas tree, the Christmas tree was a track. Missionaries used it, like Boniface, one of the legendary missionaries in Europe, used it to represent the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, because the Christmas tree or the pine tree is shaped like a triangle. The perfect triangle, as he called it. And the first Christmas trees, by the way, if you think you've got a lot of trouble sitting this tree up on the floor, for 250 years, Christmas trees were hung upside down from the ceiling until Martin Luther and others put them on the floor. Yes.
Now, also, we're in a lot with fresh cut trees. A lot of people have artificial trees. I always figured artificial trees came about in the 1940s, 50s or so, but they're actually a lot older than that, aren't they?
Well, after the Civil War, Americans started cutting down trees and putting them in houses, and people in cities became really convinced that all of the pine trees in the United States are going to be cut down. So they started making artificial trees to sell. By 1880, you could buy a feather tree that was purple or pink or red.
And obviously, we haven't run out of Christmas trees, living ones.
Christmas tree farms now represent not only an industry, but also represents, I think, the best of the holiday season if we remember the Christian roots of the tree itself.